Music has come a long way. Back in the Paleolithic era, the only way to make music was by banging some rocks together and making weird noises. Now, we can make weird noises with the computer. With the development of technology, music making has never been easier. You can make a radio-ready track right from your bedroom using only a laptop. So what's stopping me from doing that? I've been songwriting for as long as I can remember, but I have zero knowledge on how to produce music, and for the last 3 years, I've been so lucky to collaborate with producers to bring my songs to life, which is great, but here's the thing. It's kind of hard explaining what I want in a track when I have no idea what it is. The ideas in my head never really come to life. And lastly, hiring a producer gets real costly. I've always thought that producing was interesting, so I thought, you know what? I really want to learn how to do this. So here's the plan. For 12 days, I'll take Andrew Huang's online production course on studio.com. I'll learn about how to use Ableton, laying down tracks, audio effects, mixing, mastering, etc. And by the end of it, I'll have a song that I've proudly produced all by myself. For the DAW that I'm using in this learning process, I'll be using Ableton Live. A huge thank you to Ableton for sponsoring this video and giving me the opportunity to pick up the skill that I've always wanted to learn. I'm excited to use Ableton not only in the course, but of course, for all of my songwriting needs too. As an artist, I get the feeling of totally being lost and confused whenever I'm starting something new. So it's so important for me to be transparent and take you guys through the entire journey with me. I'm making this for anyone who wants to learn but doesn't know where to start, so we can all feel a little less lonely being beginners together. Day one, I am so excited to start this course. There's like a lot of introduction, pre-course stuff that I have to complete. There are actually so many things actually. I have 4 things total, 3 video lessons, and then 1 project. It is currently 1 a.m. and I'm already a day late, guys. It's such a terrible start to this course already, but you know what? I'm gonna catch up, get the momentum going, and I'm super excited. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. The minute I clicked on and started day 1, I was so excited and eager to continue through all the videos. Andrew simply walked through all the ways to start a song and how to gather inspiration. The first thing he taught was to lay down the chords. So all I had to do for the first project was submit my chord progression idea. Simple enough, right?
3:28 a.m.
Why am I crying? I'm distressed.
Why? Why are you distressed?
I don't know. I haven't learned anything in years. I haven't taken a course in class or done any school in years. It's just, I have an assignment due.
Are you okay?
Okay. This is the take. Maybe some of that overreaction was needed because right when I got back, I came up with a chord progression that I was pretty happy with. Guys, that was actually a lot harder than I expected because I'm trying to figure out Ableton at the same time, and learning production is also brand new to me, so this is like learning 2 things at once. I'm figuring it out slowly but surely, so I think I'm getting it. I'm getting there, and so I'm excited for the next steps and just building on to what I already know right now. Hey guys, so for the second assignment, I have to submit in my initial loop for song number 1. So the previous assignment, I had to just submit a chord progression, so I recorded my guitar briefly, uploaded that, but then now I have to add in the first 4 elements of arrangement that Andrew taught, which is the foundation, the pads, rhythm, and lead. So I'm going to be playing around with drums, percussion, bass lines, all sorts of stuff, and seeing what I come up with. I'm not familiar with any of that at all, so let's see. This is where Alvin would come in handy.
Do you see why I hire him?
Yeah, Alvin, play the guitar for me, because I can't even play on beat right. Get it right, Annie. Okay, let's hear it back again. I think I came up with something. I just put down a very simple bass line and a lead guitar, and honestly that's it for now because I'm still figuring it out. So here it is. For the next couple of days, I tried working on the song and taking the video courses wherever I went. What I really liked about the course is how we were able to connect and interact with all of our peers. I was able to get some pretty helpful feedback and advice to apply to my project. It is now day 10 of the course, and I'm already one project late. I was supposed to submit something yesterday, but I've been stuck on this track and I have no idea where to go with it. I have no idea how to expand it. Since I'm struggling so much with this track, I decided to ask my boyfriend, Amir, who is also a musician. He's amazing. Producer, musician, arranger, all that jazz. I'm stuck with this loop here. I have a simple backtrack with like drums, guitar, leading guitar, and I don't know where to go with it. Let's play it.
That's it. Oh, alright, well, first of all, really good job. Proud of you.
Thank you.
That's the usual, proud of you. The main thing that I would suggest for this is to give it some frequency expansion. So if we were to look at the EQ, everything sits in this mid-range. There's nothing really occupying of the higher frequencies. Right, something like that.
What would be your advice for continuing?
Good producing is like storytelling, or like putting together a YouTube video. You don't immediately give the conclusion of the video all at once.
Right.
You don't give the emotional climax of it immediately, right? You pace your audience, you pace the listener. So everything's coming in at the start. What if instead
You take away something.
Exactly.
It is day 12 now, and we're reaching the end. I think I finally figured out what it is that I needed. Like, I needed inspiration, right? And so what I'm doing right now is like going on different tracks and just hearing what people are making. It's hard to make something from scratch when you don't know what's possible, right? And so given all these tools, it's like, wow, it's a lot of stuff to work with. Well, how do I make that into something of my own? And so I'm trying to like get examples from other people, like whether that be through Spotify, Epidemic Sounds, and YouTube, and just hearing other people make things that I kind of want to make. And so I'm just taking little bits and parts from other people's songs and taking inspiration from that. So an example actually is getting a sound that I really liked. And so there was this one sound that I heard from Sarah the Instrumentalist on Epidemic Sound. It was like this like chimey bell thing that had like reverb, and I really wanted that in my song, and she had that in the beginning of like her verses and her chorus, and so I was like, oh, I want to sprinkle something like that as well into my song. And so I was like asking her, how can I recreate this? I was like, oh, I can see this all coming together. And so we're kind of reaching the end. I was able to like figure out what it is that I finally wanted in the beginning and the intro, and how to like make things interesting, you know, taking what Amir said with like taking some things away, not giving everything, all the instruments all at once, you know, like taking it bit by bit and slowly building and taking things away. I can finally see the song coming together. Final stretch, and then we're out of here.
You got this.
Yay! Something about being a complete beginner at something is kind of refreshing, because I mean, I'm a lot easier on myself, and there's no sort of comparison to past work, because I mean, this is the first time I've ever done something like this, and I just miss the simple art of just creating and learning without that self-judgment, you know? And without any further ado, here's my first ever fully produced track by yours truly. I hope this inspires you to go out there and pick up something new, whether that be production, like how I did, or art, cooking, literally whatever the heck sparks your interest, and to not be afraid of messing up and being a total beginner. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this sort of content, let me know by dropping an orange heart below. But until next time, bye!